Hi folks, I never thought I'd see today, but whole, fresh, well frozen, whole Durans are finally back in Redcliffe City, Queensland, Australia. After 10 long years of no Duran. Well, look at me, even I say Duran like an Australian. You know, Durian. I've even forgotten how to pronounce the damn things. Durian. I was calling him Duran my whole last video that I did on these. But yep, there's finally whole Durian. It'll sink in eventually. And I was showing you my last video. They've got frozen Durian with seeds and skin removed. And that was just absolutely top quality. It's as good as it gets. Superb Thai Mon-Thong. Am I pronouncing this right? Superb Thai Mon-Thong Duran. Now that Duran, that's a less stinky. It's one of the least stinky durians available. And the Thais were very smart to promote that variety, I think. And they are the world's largest exporters of durian. The Thais, and this is the variety they export, which is very sweet and low odour. And yeah, they're very smart over there in Thailand. And to me, these taste very much like the filling in cheesecake. They're just absolutely superb. And anyway, yeah, after 10 years, the Australian supermarkets around here were trying to supply them up till about 10 years ago, but they're just doing it all wrong. They just didn't have a clue. You know, they're getting these things frozen and then they're just putting them on the shelves in the fresh food market. And so, you know, once you freeze fruit like this, once it thaws out, you've got to eat it pretty soon. You know, you can't just let it sit on the shelves for days or you're going to have a problem. And that's what happened for those supermarkets. They had a problem. And it'd get all stinky and it just turned to mush. It would just be rubbish after a few days. So, you know, if you're lucky and you went to the supermarket the day they put the fruit out on the shelves, they'd be okay. But if you were unlucky and turned up a few days later, it'd just be stinky mush. So that they stopped selling them. It was all too hard for them. You know, and we haven't had them for 10 long years. But now finally a supermarket has stepped up to the plate and they're giving Redcliffe durian. And the last video I said I didn't want to tell you the name of the supermarket. I just gave you some clues because I was worried there's just not a big enough supply. You know, and as much as I want to share this stuff with you, is I haven't eaten durian in 10 years and I want to gorge on some of this stuff. And I was worried if I start telling people, because it was selling like hotcakes anyway, it was selling so quick, and I was suspecting they're not going to be able to keep this stuff up to us. But it seems now, I've been talking to the boss a couple of times and some of the workers, and they're committed to keep this supply up to us. So I'll tell you the name of the place. It's the latest. It's only just had its grand opening on the 12th of February. Today's the 17th of February, and yeah, on the 12th of February they had their grand opening. And unfortunately I missed it. It would have been a good day to get it on video actually. But it's the Peninsula Asian Supermarket at Blue Water Square. They just opened a couple of weeks ago. They were open before the grand opening, and they're just sort of getting into full swing now and just starting to stock up all their shelves. So again, that's the Peninsula Asian Supermarket at Blue Water Square. That's in the main shopping strip of Redcliffe. Well, virtually, just back a little bit from the main shopping strip on Anzac Avenue, right next to the beach. Blue Water Square Shopping Centre, the Peninsula Asian Supermarket. And here's a map of where you'll find the Peninsular Asian Supermarket in Redcliffe. On the Redcliffe Peninsula. And here's a pic of the store on the outside. And a few pics of some of the things they sell. It's a big store. They've got a lot of stuff in there. Got a wide range, and there's the car park. They're right beside the car park for easy access at Blue Water Square. Well worth a visit. Well worth a visit. If you're in the area, it's well worth checking out. And here's their Facebook page. Yep, they had their grand opening only on February the 12th, so they're just starting out, and they would appreciate our support, I'm sure. Yeah, great store. Just so good to see people make the effort to supply this city with some good foods. And there's their URL, their Facebook link. Yeah, check them out, they're great. Great food. And I'll make no money telling you about this. And they've got these things, oh, and I love them. They've just come to the rescue. Because for me, like, finally we got some decent food in this town. I'm just so tired of apples and oranges. I want something with something a bit exotic. You know, and they've got frozen durian, they've got frozen jackfruit, and they've got all sorts of amazing foods. But best of all, they've got these things, whole durian. And these are a little small, I guess, but there's more coming, they say. And yeah, like I said, these are the Thai durian, and they're quite sweet. But also they plan on getting us some Malaysian durian soon, and also Filipino durian. So that's going to be fantastic, because there's so many different flavours of these fruit. You know, there's a wide range of different tastes and flavours. And these fruit are really good to build up strength and power. They're very good for your health. And yeah, the Thais swear by them to build up power and strength, and a lot of other people do as well. They're you know, extremely healthy food. They've got high fat and high protein, and some people can virtually live on them for long periods of time. Extremely good food. And also they've got powerful aphrodisiac properties, which is another thing in favour of these fruit. And there's even a saying, I think it's in Indonesia, they've got a saying that translates to when the durans come down, the sarongs come up. Yeah, when the durans start to fall, the women's dresses come up, because they're a powerful aphrodisiac. So yeah, highly recommended fruit. And these, although I've thawed these now, they've been thawing for a couple of hours, so I'm ready to open them. They look a touch green, so hopefully they're going to be okay. And yeah, I'll open them up now. They're only small, so I'm planning on eating both of them. And let's see how we go. Let's see how I can open this thing. Let's see if I can open this thing. And there's a little tag. Imported by the same people, that HTC Trading at 17 Mile Rocks. That's sort of out the I think that's somewhere sort of out the southwest of Brisbane somewhere. But yeah, so good, so good. So good that they got this stuff in for us. See, yeah, it's got protein in it, it's got fat. It's a good food to build your strength and power. You know, and pretty well anything that boosts your sex drive, like that's, Westerners seem to forget all that, like the connection between good health and sex drive. If you've got no sex drive, you've got poor health. It's as simple as that. There's a lot of Westerners with very low libido due to all sorts of factors. Negative factors, of course. Yeah, so let's see, it's very spiky and sharp. Oh, and that's going to be difficult to open. It's not even begun to split open. Oh, there we go, there's a split. Okay, we've found a split. Let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, there we go, it's coming apart. Only a very small segment there. But here we go, I can give it its first taste test. And it's quite cold, but it's thawed out, it's soft and mushy and oh, it's so good, hey, it smells so good. People say they stink, but once you get used to them, even the smell is just heavenly. Just wonderful. Okay, I'll try it. Oh yeah. Oh, now is this better than the frozen ones in those packets that have been de-seeded? Maybe. It's extremely good. Oh, heaven. Oh. It's hard to think of anything that tastes better, you know. Yeah, I think it's safe to say these things are addictive in a good way. The more you eat them, the more you want to eat them. And I've been just hanging out for them for 10 years. Oh, that is so good. I'd love to grow the seeds, but apparently they just won't grow down here. So that's a shame. They've been frozen, but sometimes seeds can still sprout when they've been after being frozen. Now, from what it seems, I've pretty well got no chance of growing one around here. They just won't last the winters. They're ultra tropical. They won't even grow in the subtropics. Although apparently there's a couple of mountain varieties that may grow in the subtropics around here in Australia. And the first person to start propagating them in Australia, durian that's will grow in the subtropics, he's going to make a fortune. So I'm surprised nobody's done it yet. Somebody locate these cooler tolerant mountain strains of durian and bring the seeds over to Australia and get propagating it. Now, I'm looking out for it. I'm willing to, I want to plant one if I can locate it. I forget the actual name, and I probably couldn't pronounce it properly anyway. But yeah, I think it's from, maybe even it's Borneo, but I think it might be a few places too. It might be Malaysia as well. Some mountain varieties of durian. That have a degree of cold tolerance. Oh, there we go. Here's a bigger bit. Yummy. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. There's a bit of ice in there. I think they say that's a bad sign, you know, if you find ice on the fruit, because that suggests it's been frozen, then it's thawed out, and then been frozen again. And that's not good. When it's frozen, it should stay frozen. But still, that's very good. It's still top quality. If it has thawed out and been refrozen, there's certainly no problem. Oh man. I'm back in durian heaven. Rich memories of my heady days in Asia. The best years of my life. And this stuff actually warms your body too, which is very interesting. It's very noticeable, actually. Once you've eaten some of this, your body feels warmer. Which is very welcome down here in the cold country, in the subtropics. It's winter's coming soon, so I'm not going to feel as cold if I'm eating these from time to time. I guess when you are in the tropics and it's cooking hot and you eat these things, yeah, they do make you hotter. But then the trick is, if you are getting too hot from eating durian in the tropics, the trick is to then eat mangosteens, and they will cool you down. So they call the durian the king of fruits, and they call the mangosteens the queen of fruits. And they're both superb fruits. They're just both so good. And something that you just pretty well never see down here. Mangosteens or durian. But hopefully as time goes on, we're going to see more and more of it. So I've given you the tip now if you want to try them out. Okay, here's just a little addition. Just a few other durian products they sell at the Peninsula Asian supermarket. This is very good. This is durian without the skins and without the seeds. Very top product. I eat a lot of it now. At least every week I'm eating this. I've showed you this in another video. Yep, top quality product, very good, no seeds, no skin. And then this product too is pretty damn good. It's hard to know which one's better. It's a tiny bit more expensive, and yet frozen too, of course, but it still has the seeds. So yeah, I don't know, what's this? This one's 454 grams with the seeds, and this one's 400 grams without the seeds. So, and this one's a couple of dollars more expensive. I've had this once. It's hard to say, you know. I'm almost inclined to think this is a little bit better, but it's a little bit more expensive too. But it sure is nice to have choice, you know, between whole durans and these two products of durian as well. They're both absolutely top quality, you know, without a doubt, absolutely top quality durian. And here's a little, maybe you can freeze that, hope you can see that. A little bit about the information. Yeah, again, absolutely top quality durian. And just so good to see it in this town after 10 long years. And also, for the first time, at the Peninsula Asian supermarket, I have bought frozen jackfruit. Now, I'm not a real, I like it, but I haven't eaten jackfruit a real lot, actually. But I definitely do like it. And I've been wanting to try this for a while too. So, they've also got frozen jackfruit. And this, looking forward to eating it. It's going to be very good, I think. I'm going to enjoy it very much. I might even give you a separate video on that. And here's a little about the product. So yeah, they got a lot of really interesting stuff there at that supermarket at Blue Water Square, Peninsula Asian Supermarket. And I make nothing telling you about this. They're not paying me to promote their product. I'm probably not worth getting paid for it anyway. But, it's a great supermarket, great staff, and they sell a lot of really good stuff that Redcliffe has not seen for a long time. So they need our support. That's the only reason I'm promoting them. Be good to see them prosper. They deserve it. Okay. If you want to try it, it's a good, I think this is a good variety for beginners too. The Mon-Thong. Yeah, the Thais were very clever in growing this variety en masse and exporting it to the world. There's so many other different tastes and flavours though. Oh, yum yum. Like there's some that are bitter. There's some, they've got nutty flavours. Oh, it goes on and on. The description of the different flavours it's almost everything you can think of. There's some that are chocolatey. There's so many different flavours to different durian. And I don't know if many are sweet. I think this is one of the sweeter varieties actually. And they say it's I'm not sure exactly. They might even say it's the lowest odour, or it's certainly one of the most low odour durian. The rest tend to have more stink to them, which turns a lot of people off actually. A lot of people get a bit grossed out by the stink, and then they put off trying the flavour of the fruit just because of the bad smell. Oh yeah, and they say that the real connoisseurs of durian, they say the best, I think they say there's something like 5 different attributes of good durian, and the one that really puts durian in the top grade is they are also numbing. That's one of the attributes of the best durian. So they say, so these experts say, is it has a numbing quality where it numbs your mouth. Yeah, so that's interesting, I find. I would like to go around and taste test a whole heap of durian myself too. Just try all these different flavours, because I'm sold on this variety in particular. This variety is just superb. I was eating a lot of this in Thailand, and this is where I got hooked on it and fell in love with them. Oh, very, very good. Yeah, sure wish I could grow one around here. I'd need a hothouse to do it. I tried to grow a jackfruit actually. I bought a jackfruit seedling recently from North Queensland. Had it transported down here. It's tropical up there in North Queensland, and had it transported down here, and it didn't last the winter. They say you can grow jackfruit down here, but it can be temperamental in winter when they're young. Yep, and mine failed. I spent $30 odd for it and I didn't make it. But I want to try again. I'll try another jackfruit again one day. But these I want more than ever, but they say these I'll just be wasting my time apparently. Just can't be done. That's pretty much what everyone who knows much about these fruits says. Just can't be grown in the subtropics. Except for this these mountain varieties. There's 1 or 2 or 3 mountain varieties. Oh, I guess there could be more even, of these cold tolerant mountain varieties. So yeah, whoever brings those things to southeast Queensland, he's going to make a fortune. I just hope someone does it soon. Because I would love to do it. I'd love to grow one of these here. Oh man. So good. So good. That is better, I think. It's better than the ones in the packet. Better than the durian that have got this been skinned and de-seeded and just the fresh meat in the packets. Like that's really good too, but no, this is just that little bit better, I think. That little bit better. Very similar, but just that little bit better. Yep, the Peninsula Asian Supermarket. It's quite a big store, and they're sort of just getting to the stage where they're just filling their shelves out. But all going well, it's going to get a lot bigger, I think. It's going to have a lot more stock. And well, you know how hard it is to run a business in Australia these days, don't you? So many businesses fail in Australia. Most businesses, small businesses, fail in Australia. So if you want to see these people continue and continue to give us durian and other amazing foods, you're going to have to be prepared to support them. And that's what I'll be doing. I'll be buying durian from these people every week. It's going to be a long time before I start to get tired of these things. Oh, that's a nice big piece, isn't it? Yummy. Yeah, a bit of ice there. A bit of ice there, and you can see it's maybe you can say it's gone off just a tiny bit. But it's still definitely edible. Yeah, top quality. Real food. I'm really happy about this. It just makes it more bearable living in Australia, I think, with decent food. Like when you can't even get good food. That's just the pits, I reckon. Being stuck in a country, you know, that you once loved, and you watch it just turn to shit, which is what's happening in Australia, if you ask me. I think a lot of people would agree. You might disagree on what is the worst things about this happening in this country, but it is just going down the tubes. And when we can't even eat decent food, well, that's as bad as it gets. But if you can get good food, I guess, you know, like life's what you make of it, isn't it? You know, there can be bad things going on, but you can just rise above it and make the best of everything you've got. As long as you're eating well, you can sort of rise above a lot of the stuff, can't you? So, yeah, very happy to see durian here in Australia. In Redcliffe City, finally. You know, my friends, again, you'll probably get bored just watching me devour these durian, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat them slow and savour it and eat them both tonight and enjoy it, every bit of it. Yeah, I'm so happy that supermarket opened up. Just a very short drive away. Mm-hmm. 5 minutes drive down the road. For top quality durian. Okay, my friends, don't forget, if you want good durian, the Peninsula Asian Supermarket at Blue Water Square. And I might even make a little video of their place too, a bit further down the track, because yeah, I'm so stoked that they got durian, and they need all the support they can get, I guess. Keep them in business and keep them pumping this stuff out for us. So, thanks for watching, my friends, and I'll see you next time.